I just wanted to share something with you real quick. Um, a different, I believe, perspective, a unique argument to the existence of God. Um, Yield Camp is a Christian organization, and I do consider Jesus Christ to be my personal Lord and Savior. And I want to give a unique argument to why, for those of you out there who are like, whatever, God ain't real. One of the things, and what we really do at Yield Camp, um, we extract wellness protocols, life strategies from our observations and studies and research of nature, but also from our environmental conservation best practices. So while we're out creating trails, making micro parks, removing invasives, planting trees, picking up trash, there's a way that we do that and lessons that we learn from interacting with nature. And since we're all connected, and there's so many arguments and information and evidence to show that we are connected to nature, right? Since we're so connected, the thought process is what works in those environments as strategies, protocols, and best practices will also work in our life. Um, and that's proven to be effective and true. That's why I get the opportunity to speak and train some mental health professionals, um, get the chance to go into schools, get a chance to lead nature walks and environmental opportunities, not just with the community, but also with like rehabilitation groups, right? I get some of those calls and clients because they see that what I'm talking about jives with what they've learned, what they've studied, what they've researched, what they're trained to do. Like they see the correlation. That's because nature and we and nature rather, are connected. If you haven't heard any of these arguments before, then I challenge you, look at your thumbprint, your fingerprints, then go look at the rings on the tree, right? There's connectivity. People talk about how the palm of your hand looks like a leaf, and it goes on and on and on. But the reverse is true, right? If I can extract understanding for life based upon how nature works, then I should also be able to understand how nature works by looking at life circumstances. And one of the things that dawned on me was that there is nothing in our manufactured human existence, there's nowhere, rather, where balance just happens. Work life balance takes work to achieve, it does not just happen. Balancing budgets doesn't just happen. Balancing the roles in a relationship where one person doesn't feel like they're being taken advantage of and their contribution is equal doesn't just happen. Balance takes work. Battering the federal budget, balancing the federal budget, balancing my personal budget. Anywhere in nature, even in acrobatics, when you're doing, whether you're flipping and tumbling, whether you're on the balance beam, whether you're on skis, right? Whether you're in a half pipe, whether you're on a dirt bike, going through, like, everything takes balance. And that balance takes work. It doesn't just happen. So if there's nowhere in our human existence where balance just happens naturally, where does the balance in nature come from? You're going to tell me that just happened by circumstance, a set of events? The way that chaos and evolution seems to work is that it's always going to be evolving. So the balance that we've achieved in nature would just be a stopping point on the evolution, and it would evolve out of balance. Balance takes nature. Balance takes work. And so the balance in nature comes from somewhere, right? And I would surmise to you that it comes from God the Father Almighty. Find somewhere in your life where balance just happens. And don't tell me that your life is in balance because you stopped working and you live off the grid. That's just you. Balance means there's more than one thing, right? Like the hardest thing to juggle is one item, because juggling means you have more items than hands. So even if I have two basketballs or tennis balls or bricks or whatever, this isn't juggling because I've got two items in two hands. Juggling means having more items than hands. Balance means having more items than just one, because even if you put that one thing on a scale, the scale is now out of balance. But typically, Balance means you have two things at least, and it takes work to keep the scales in balance. So if balance doesn't just happen in our world, rather in our human life, human existence, if it doesn't just happen naturally, why would it happen in nature without intervention? And if human nature is the nature of humans, then nature is the nature of who? Think about it. And see you next time.